Hey, welcome. It's GleeCon, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to metaphorically see you at this moment in time. You've stumbled upon, or perhaps you've intentionally clicked another episode on your subscription feed there, of an episode of Lore of Warcraft. This is a show where we cover every single piece of content in the World of Warcraft universe. We've been doing it 2.5 years plus now, over 1,300 episodes in, and we've covered tons of books, media, and we are, I'd say maybe 30-40% of the way through World of Warcraft Classic at this point. So over the past couple episodes, we have been traveling through Redridge, doing all the quests, and I think we're getting ready to wrap it up and do the Elite one, so this should be our final episode of Redridge Mountains, pretty much Alliance-only zone. We will have one addendum episode tomorrow, where we do a little odds and ends. I think we're ready. Let's jump in. Let's go stay a while and listen to Gleeconsol's mail-clad boots running through the mountains. We did a lot on the episode yesterday. We saved Rambo, Corporal Keishan. We killed some champions, a lot of Blackrock orcs, mostly Blackrock orc killing, I would say that was our focus. We did get the Rethban Ore that we needed, but we didn't turn it in yet. We did a lot. We killed Murlocs. Actually, now that I think about it, we did a whole loop, and then we had so much time at the end we did this. Now, we need Midnight Orbs right now. That's one of the things we need. That's not... I believe you can maybe... I don't know, sometimes Questy glitches and it's not quite right, but I guess there are a couple Warlocks available in that camp. We killed a bunch on the episode yesterday. Maybe they dropped the Midnight Orbs? I don't know. I usually just go for them outside of this Blackrock Castle. You only need 3, so you can get them in the context of questing in this zone. So before we start broadcasting for the Elite quests, we do need a little bit more because we haven't unlocked the 3rd Elite. I want to do all 3 Elites in one go. We have to bust Yowler out real quick. He's basically our most baby quest. Then we're going to go head over and do the Watchful Eye. On the way, we have to get the Shadowhide pendants, and there is a drop quest in the zone from, it's called Theocritus' Retrieval. We're going to head up this way. We don't need to kill any of Yowler's minions. We just need to kill Yowler himself. He appears in a camp. But we are pretty OP. I'm not worried about these. We're level 29. Almost fully caught up to the level 30 Horde character that we have. And we're doing an Alliance zone next after this too. So this is where our Alliance is going to surpass our Horde. I believe we're doing Duskwood next. Yeah, so... after tomorrow, where we do the weird catch-up little addendum quest, kind of like be a little bit bitty quest. We're gonna do Duskwood. So maybe tomorrow I will also. Oh, here's tin. I want some of that. Maybe tomorrow I will add in the weekly kind of non-canon or errata type of lore. So we're gonna start the in-game object. I'm going to go ahead and search out for us every in-game lore book that we can find. Let me know if you think it would be worthwhile doing it episodically as YouTube shorts as well. I could put that in there. Speaking of the side spin-offs of this channel, I made another episode of the Assassin's Creed, Lore of Assassin's Creed last night, so I started the second memory. It was a little bit janky. It was maybe about an hour 15. I'm going to encode it onto the Patreon. This will be the first episode. Looks like Yowler has been killed. We'll mine some tin while we wait for him to come back. So someone must have just killed him. And then we'll start clearing his camp. But rather than posting it like I've done the first 2 kind of like samples, I'm going to put I'm going to encode those on the Patreon for subscribers. I could change it. You guys can't. You know, I get it, like, we always have one more little thing where 100% we're in this subscription-style economy right now, and I'm hesitant to want to do anything, so, like that. Totally get it. You don't have to, obviously. I'm going to keep cranking out the content for this show as much as possible. I just wanted to add a little bit of something extra for those people that do have it and want to give me a little support. So I can take some of this work and, you know, start making it start bringing the channel in the black, because it takes a lot of time and monetary investment. So, I'm not just talking about like the subscription fees. You know, anybody that's watched the show for a while, there's a lot of obscure lore that I seek out and buy. But anyway, so I made an episode of that, but it was, I'll be the first to admit, just like this show kind of started off even more low budget than it already is, kind of sucky. It was a bad, from a production quality, a bad episode. About halfway through the episode, I suffered yet another issue. I mentioned when I first made the show that it took me a couple hours to get it formatted when I first made the show, day one, because it's an older game, and even though it's on Steam, it's really not formatted very well. There are tons of issues. There's issues with the controller, there's issues with formatting my computer for it. I had to do some formatting issues. I just used the wrong seal, but... So anyway, by the time I got it all up and running, that caused me to abort my first episode because of all of the tech side of things. Well, halfway through, there's a few issues with the tech where you jump. I guess your character's traveling faster than the frame rate can handle, so you'll hit like this invisible wall if you jump too far, and it will kind of slow you and stop you. It's annoying, but it wasn't game breaking. But then anybody that's ever played the game knows that you have these, you do these synchronizations, and you jump from the tower and land in these bales of hay or whatever, common to the whole series. Well, that would result in an insta-death. There he is right there. I guess he pats. I didn't realize that. Alright, so we're going to get his patrol. Time for him to die. And that's enough of that. So, it was kind of sucky. I'll make a better one. I'll make episodes today and tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll probably put out... I don't want to do 4 at a time. I'll wait till they've separated from the pack here. But I will... I'll put out... that other lore one tomorrow, probably in the daytime, actually. Alright, so I decided I want to go for this little mystic first. I just felt like kind of wanted to take on his minions first. It's so easy, but it appears that wasn't even really needed. I barely lost a quarter of my life, even just not doing anything special, just focusing on his ads. But I would definitely kill the healer first. IMHO. So that's cool. We killed Yeller. We just went to his camp. Not really a lot of lore behind that. They just felt like he is the leader of the pack of gnolls harassing this side of the region. Now there is a more devious pack of gnolls on this side. That pack of gnolls has actually been tainted, influenced, and is corrupted by Morganth. So the overall context of this region is, well, gnolls have always been harassing the Kingdom of Stormwind. And this is the main kingdom in which they do so. They exist to a lesser extent in Westfall, but the banditry of the Defius has really locked that thing down. So if, other than what the Defius actually allow themselves, there's not a strong gnoll presence, although there is a decent one. And Duskwood is so jacked, there's pretty much nothing. It's got its own problems, far bigger than any gnolls. I'm looking at where I'm at. I've got 20-something. Yeah, I've got 30-something copper, and now I've got 20-something tin. So I'm just keeping an eye on that, and I try to keep them balanced so that I can make bronze. And then historically, Blackrock Mountain up there in the Burning Steppes, this is really the buffer. This is the shield state that Stormwind employs to separate itself, because Blackrock has always been an orc stronghold, well, since the First War. And since before that, it was a Dark Iron and Elemental stronghold, so always a place they would avoid. And the Blackrock clan has never been stamped out and still exists in Blackrock Mountain, and it's constantly sending its orcs streaming through the valleys.
Greetings.
Yowler's a dangerous creature, Contessa. If you're not ready for him, I understand.
Again, thank you for your help. The Stormwind army is so busy dealing with the orcs, they don't have the troops to protect Redridge from local threats like the gnolls.
Neither of these things are good, although that is a nice way to get a ring. Do you want a ring?
I supply only the finest goods.
I gotta say, I've been doing my mage, and I just learned all my level 42 powers and stuff. That guy is broke. Being a mage is expensive. Well, it's the fact that I'm an enchanter tailor, so I'm constantly funneling all my cloth into tailoring, and then whatever's left over is first aid. And then on top of it all, you know what? I need to do some fishing on him today, unfortunately for myself. On top of all that, it's when you're an enchanter, even half the stuff you create gets disarmed. Alright, so we need the Shadowhide pendants from Solomon's Law, and then we also want the Theocritus' Retrieval. If we don't get the Theocritus' Retrieval while we're out here, that's fine. I just really want the pendants. By the way, if you are a rogue, this farm right here that you can see over the hills, that is one of the best spots in Alliance to get your lock picking up. You can get a good 100 points or so out of it. So, I'm sure most people know that already, but just a little tippy poo. That is lockpick central for Alliance lobbies. Because otherwise it can be annoying to learn pick. I do miss lockpicking and pickpocketing as being something that the game focused on. Now it's just one move. Rogues can still pick locks. They just click on the lock. Doesn't matter what their level is, I believe. Or maybe it requires just a level. You no longer have to level it up as a skill. Which, sure. I mean, I'm not like super duper complaining, but it is something nice. And then there used to be like a point to pickpocketing. I don't even know if... I know in Legion, there was a whole mess of things you could do with pickpocketing. Alright, so now these are the Shadowhide gnolls. This one's rabid. We're gonna fight these guys. They're still easy peasy for us. And we just need pendants. I guess they all have a chance to drop pendants. Also, this is a fantastic spot for farming. If you are a lizard mage, great farm spot. One of the best. These guys are nice and level. It's better than the gnolls in the other area. They've picked better packs. I've never done farming. Like, I don't really farm for the sake of farming. But man, I was so broke. So I had this necklace, a bind on equip. Because I hunted all of the Magrum. I finished the Magrum Gulcus lines fully. I'm 100% done with Deathless now on Alliance and Horde. I did the Insanity for both. We got a Shadowhide Mace. Pretty trash. For both of my characters, because you kill so many, just the RNG shine, and I got a bind on equip from both. I sold the bind on equip. One was like a dagger, like a caster, like an intelligence dagger, that also shot shadow bursts, shot shadow bolts on hit, had a chance. I don't really know the mechanics of all that, if hitting a spell procs that. If so, cool, then I can see why people would want it. If not, How often are you using your dagger in melee? Otherwise, then it's just a dagger with +2 intelligence. So, I don't know. I'm guessing it procs in some situation I'm not thinking of. But, I sold it for like a gold and a half. Which was about what it was selling for on the auction house. It wasn't nothing special. There is another guy out here we need too. Fangore. So, we gotta work our way into Fangore. I forgot we have another named one. Oh, I didn't even see that dude. An assassin. See, these guys are actually at level for me, so they can hurt me. Alright, so I want to get myself ready to fight Mr. Fangore. He does usually move with the pack. Slayer, there he is. So if we can peel off members of his pack, that's ideally what we want. So I want to try to get his little area a little bit more cleaned out. There's nothing really special about him or this area. I'm trying to save the stun and everything in case I pull any of these guys. Okay, he's there. He looks like a mystic, but he's...
I'm out of range.
I almost was going to try to pull him. We want him away. Okay, I did not succeed in that. Dang it. That guy's a shadow caster. I do want to take him down. I will use one of my potions. I actually want to take this caster down. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my heals off while I'm bubbled. Get myself back to business here. And then once I have Fangore one-on-one, it should be okay. Okay, cool. Because now even if he requires me to heal, fighting 1v1, he shouldn't delay my casts enough to matter, dang it. Okay. I didn't... Oh no, I was killing the wrong dude. What? Oh man. Jeez, I did not realize. Okay, we did get him. I gotta escape now though. Oh, I might die. He called the whole pack. I don't know what happened with that. Oh, there's still dudes. It was an assassin, I think, came out of stealth. Okay, so we do need to loot him. But at least we got him. I hear that. Like an assassin. Alright, so I had to use my lay on hands because things got bad. But, yeah. He had a pendant on him, too. A whole freaking pack. He drew the whole... His milkshake brought all the gnolls to the yard. Alright, so... No worries, though. We lived. So, I thought that I was fighting him. Maybe I fought two Fangores. I don't know. I really could have sworn I was fighting him. I don't know what happened. Maybe there was a second caster I didn't see. I don't know. More bones to gnaw on. Says the gnoll. Yeah, so we have not gotten... We've almost gotten all of our pendants. We have Fangore's claw, paw, whatever. I'll farm for Theocritus' Retrieval while we're looking for a group. That one is just a one-shot. It doesn't really do anything. So I'm not as worried about that. That's copper.
It's too far away.
Is it? So, Fangore, he is, I guess, just a lieutenant, obviously, of the Shadow Hide Gnolls. Okay, we need one more. One more pendant. And then Theocritus is, I believe, the name of the dude that we're helping. The guy that hates Morganth. So we're going to go over here and do a Watchful Eye while we're over here too. Because there is one other step, I think, before we unlock Morganth. We have to go into this kind of tough tower. Actually, I think we should fight our way over there and do that now. It does... That can create some issues for some people, because I think it's kind of an elite tower. This is the statue you're looking for, an old lion statue. This is where we will finally turn in our first quest today. Actually, we turned in Yowler. I gotta put that in too. This is where we will turn in a Watchful Eye. The lion statue has sat here for decades and keeps a lonely watch over the infamous Tower of Ilgalar. There is a depression at the base of the statue where a gem or glyph might be set. You place the glyph of Azora on the stone. It adheres itself, and you hear from it Theocritus' disembodied voice. "You have my gratitude, young Contessa. You may now speak with me through this glyph, and I might have future tasks for you after I have probed the thoughts of my rival. I have been watching the Tower of Ilgalar and can detect that Morganth is in conflict with the orcs in Stonewatch Keep. I do not know the reason behind their contention, but you may aid me in unraveling this mystery. Take another glyph of Azora, then go to the top of the intact watchtower beside Stonewatch Keep. Find a suitable object on which to place the glyph, a chest or a jar, some place where the glyph will not be noticed to suit my purpose." So, first of all, let's turn in those couple quests here. So, we finished the Howling in the Hills, or whatever it's called. Howling in the Hills. That was where we had to kill Yowler. Cool. And then we also killed, just now, we just did a Watchful Eye, which then gave us Looking Further. Boom, boom. Which we are going to probably go right in, turn in right now. That's another tin vein over there. Let's go and get that bad boy. We're also looking for the last Shadowhide pendant, and we need any of these gnolls to drop us the drop quest. I'm keeping my eye on chat too, just in case we see a broadcast that someone's on these. The thing that's going to hurt us, I waited a little bit later in the day today to make the episode. Oh my gosh. There you go. A whisper. Okay, so someone needs all of the Shadow Magic Tharil'zun, Lieutenant Fangore, and Morganth. Okay. So this person's all ready to roll. And that's cool. What are they? They're a warrior. Okay. Okay, so they need Fangore. We'll go help them kill Fangore. That will help me get my last pendant anyway and continue to grind for Theocritus. And then we'll go do the tower. Two-manning this is going to be a bit hard, but it is what it is. I'm going to try to keep them on the same kind of blessing path that I'm on, blessing a bite. We'll just make our way forward. I don't know if they're in... No, I don't need escort and Blackrock champion. Okay. Alright, so Fangore, we're going to kill some gnolls working our way into Fangore. No worries. I'll heal him if or her if she needs. Okay, so he got Fangore. She. I mean, we're both she's in that sense. Okay, so. Alright, so that's over here. We can do you can solo the scout tower part, so I'm not as worried about that. When this is all said and done, we will grind out Theocritus' Retrieval. Not too worried. Now, the Ilgalar, all that stuff, that might be hard to two-man, but I'm 29, so we might be able to handle it. It's going to be tough. We don't have any moves right now coming up. Alright, so these are elite Blackrock scouts. I don't want to fight that squad. Alright, so let's see how things go. Fighting this guy, this will be a taste of how we are able to two-man things. Okay, so we don't want to fight a pack of 3. So we gotta be smart in how we bust into this tower. Alright. Oh, we pulled all 3, dang it. Okay. So what we do here is... heal on them. Okay. Waste a little bit of magic. But with me healing and them kinda sorta tanking, we'll hopefully do okay. I just don't have a ton of... Can't get up there, bro. Okay, so they must have used a potion. But I was stuck down there. Alright. Maybe they have a decent amount of potions. I don't know. Alright, so this is where, if we can fight them one by one, it'll be okay. They seem to be a Fury Warrior. That's very popular. I was running... So I ran Razorfen down last night. That's actually the first time, I think, in Classic that I've run Razorfen downs. And it was fine. Nothing like the... What happened, though, the part that made it annoying, actually, is one, on my feral, I had to tank, which I don't love doing. That character is just not optimized for that.
I'm out of range.
Okay. And then two, about, man, maybe 2 bosses or so in, we, crap, we just pulled the third. My mana's quite low. They can flash a light. Best they got going on. Okay. Alright, I need to drink some... I got to drink some stuff here. We got some milk going on. So we'll both have to eat and drink up and all that good stuff. Now these mobs, by and large, are the same level of mobs that we're going to be fighting. It might be a pinch weaker than what we'll fight out there in the world when we go to the castle. But, whatever. It's not the... Okay, it's not the end of the world. Well, let me get this. I'll take that melon juice for this journey. I don't know what they're doing up there, but it's alright. They don't necessarily have to. I could probably handle the rest of this part on my own. There's not a lot of killing. There's 1 or 2 guys. Yeah, I was gonna say there's 1 or 2 guys at the start of the tower. So maybe they will... I'm not even going to use my stun. Maybe we can recruit some more when we do the actual thing. Okay. Alright, so I didn't want to pull both, but then I saw her coming up and I was like, ah, screw it. Now that there's 2, sure, I'll use this. He has something on him. I don't know what. Okay, so now I will... We just let him go off. Dang it, I'm wasting my mana. We're just letting that, letting this stupid guy. Okay. So we took these guys down. Oh, I got one of my midnight orbs. Nice. So this jar once held a foul-smelling liquor, but now lies empty and forgotten on a pair of barrels. It is a suitable vessel for the glyph of Azora, allowing Theocritus to delve into the mines within Stonewatch Keep. And now what? Now we have to go pick up Morganth. So they drop down. Alright, now I have to go get the Morganth quest. But Morganth is the other tower. So we can try this first. Okay. Okay, so I'm going for this caster. I'm gonna try to hit this guy with heals. Now I'll try to bust off some heals on him. Alright. And then when it's just the two of us, we got it. So, I don't know. Yeah, they're Fury. I was gonna say, they don't... dang it. Okay, so we're a little bit... Fine. I just have to... after every single one of these, I'm gonna have to drink some of my milk or whatever. Okay, got my second orb. That was my last milk. So... There's another caster right there. Yeah, he's a good one. Uh-oh. Dang it. It's like he resisted my stun or something. Or I stunned the wrong one. Oh, I don't have any aura on right now. I'm gonna go ahead and add my defensive aura. I can't believe that's because I died. So that should probably help us. Alright, so... do you want to go for... Alright, I guess we're just gonna let that ride. Alright, so we're going for this guy. And if I can get my stun going. Cool. So it seems okay. I'm actually taking more heat than he is. Which is alright. Because we're kind of split tanking it now. We took out the one guy. There we go. Nice hit. I don't know if we were focusing on the same guy. Maybe I can get the thread off of him. Okay. We don't need that. Alright, so he got his last midnight orb. Go ahead and eat a mutton chop here. That's just a dude. Alright, so Tharil'zun is the guy outside. And so we pulled the whole separate guy. I don't know what happened there. Maybe I tried to click my stun just a second too fast. So that was good. If we maintain that, at least I can somehow that she was drawing all the threat on the first one. So around outside. So this is basically the Blackrock encampment. Sorry, I'm in my own head with the attempt at concentrating on these dudes. Yeah, I know where it's at. Okay. He did a sort of a banishment already. Okay. Try to give myself a heal since I'm drawing the threat. Let's get that refresh on. Okay, good. Use one of my little baby potions. Okay. Trying to be greedy on my my potion use, or my use of really everything. Okay. So now I gotta get got my final midnight orb. That's good. Gotta do something here. I'll drink one of these melon juices now. Kinda out of stuff. I could make some bandages. That would help me bandage my life up here. Alright. So, within the dungeon, it'll be a little bit tougher. So... Alright, so we're gonna try to focus him down. Okay, so I'm banished. Maybe I can go loot him. Okay, so we can try something similar. So, that's good. I mean, we're just two-manning this. But before I go over there... Alright, so I have to go get the Morganth part. So they're gonna go over. We might be able to get up inside the castle. We can do the same thing where we sort of suicide bomb. And meanwhile, I can kill Knowles while I'm waiting on this homeboy. Or homegirl. Because the Morganth part, as you saw, you turn that in, then you have to go back to the statue to get the next part of the quest. It's kind of weird. Alright, but that went okay. Between me and that guy, we do have his DPS is solid. And he's a warrior, so he's strong enough that, he can, like, blitz it. Like, between the two of us, we can blitz it pretty good. I could probably even get away with putting Blessing and Protection on him. But then that would... I don't know what that would really do for us. Allow me to shake the threat onto myself. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, we are gonna, at the end... I think we can definitely blitz Morganth. That part I'm not as worried about because that's just a short little tower. After much observation, I've discovered Morganth's plans. He searches for the scythe of Elwynn, and he may have found it. He has in the Redridge Mountains in the Kingdom of Stormwind will soon feel his dark might. I am not prepared to pit myself against Morganth, but I fear he must be done with now. So you must enter the Tower of Ilgalar and face Morganth. Defeat him, and bring me his Pendant of Shadow. Do this, and the kingdom will owe you much. Feel a little bad. I think he just went in there, rezzed himself, and died. So we have the Morganth quest now. I could have, if he was going to do that, I could have just rezzed him. I didn't know he was going to go that route. Alright, so fighting this shadow guy. I wonder if I should put shadow resistance on instead, but really there's not that much shadow damage. Alright, we are gaining some XP from this too. So we need Gath'Ilzogg and Morganth, and that's it. And we need this Theocritus' Retrieval. So I'm just going to kill these gnolls in the area while we wait on homegirl. And that's it. So we're kind of doing a little bit of time killing right now, but it's really forced grinding. Well, not forced, but we need these things, so... Alright, so let's see if we have... I'll put it out there in the chat, too. Gath'Ilzogg and Morganth. Put that out there in the world. Because we can, if we can even get one more, then it's assured. I really think with this duo we have, we can blitz them. And now we got a healer. Looky. Even better. Oh. Okay, so now I can invite. Alright, so, well, they're only a level 21, but, go for it. I mean, the more the merrier will be there to help us. They're just going to be a little bit of an aggro magnet. So Shadow Magic and Tharil'zun, I don't think those I don't think it's going to hurt us because Shadow Magic is the end of that chain. That's its own chain. That's a drop. I just completed looking further, right? Quest accepted. I'm pretty sure, yeah, looking further is the one I just completed. Cool. So we need the drop. Solomon's Law I can turn in already, and Shadow Magic I can turn in. Rethban Ore, that one. We have Tharil'zun, Fangore I'm ready to turn in. Yeah, so we have every quest in the zone. Oh, the wanted. What is this? Oh. Bring the head of Targor the Dread. So it doesn't show it. It doesn't, but that is actually a yeah. That's a Stockades quest. Okay, so we're cool. Yeah, I just need... They're getting the quest for Gath'Ilzogg, but I think we'll be fine. Throw a little healing on. I mean, me and this dude were able to pretty much two-hand some things, so... I just don't want to get too far... I guess I have a little bit of time. As I said, I don't want to get too far out of the area, but... Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue to fight these gnolls. Yeah, it's usually not that hard to fight. Because, that's the plus side of this zone. Like, we had a downside before, where I was talking about, whatchamacallit, with, not Princess, the other pig, Belly Grub. When Belly Grub was really giving us a hard time because it was constantly dead, and in the middle of, we had to wait on the respawn over and over again because this zone is so packed. From the flip side, when you get to the elites at the end, it's pretty... I've never really had an issue finding people for these elites. Now, I started to talk about this earlier. What's hurting us today is that there was just a server reset. So that does hurt a little. I mean, it doesn't hurt that much, but it hurts a little. Now I have something that I'm on the fence about, and I actually wanted to bring it up here, and anybody that wants to put it in the comments can tell me what they think. So I've really been focusing just on making this show. All I'm doing, all my game time is prepping for this by running a dry run. And they want to share. It says, can you share it? But I don't, Anyway, so because of that, because I've been doing this dry run and spending so much time between that and this show, and I'm trying to add more time onto this show lately, which I do think this format's been going pretty well. I think I'm trying to, it's still a little bit too early to tell, but overall the metrics seem positive, promising. The overall engagement might be a little bit lower, but I think that'll tick up. But subscribers are up, which is good. That's going to help us kind of get where we need to get in the beginning. Oh, that's the priest. So I haven't been playing retail at all, and it's going to require a time commitment on my part that I don't know that I want to get into. Because putting further time into World of Warcraft, when, as much as I love this game, there are other games that I'm into right now, and now I've also added this Assassin's Creed part of the thing. So then that gives me very, very little other free time to play other games. So long story short, I'm wondering, should I bust it out anyway? Because it doesn't really matter to the greater context of the show, and it would be helpful if I was abreast of all the current lore developments. And that's a valid point. Or, should I save it? So that when we do finally get there, even though that might be close to the end of the War Within cycle, and it will essentially cause me to basically miss that whole expansion, to just wait. But then when I finally get there, I'll be doing it for the first time with you guys, and there will be there's something to be said for that when you experience it as part of a show, having it be your first time. So I'll be out of the loop some, but it'll be like willfully. I'm doing it as part of this project. So tap in. Right now I'm on the fence. Let me know. I could put this possibly also on the Patreon as a poll. I want to start adding some polls, some communications. Maybe when I start doing these things, I'll start saying stuff. When I start saying, like, hey, let me know if blah, blah, blah. I'll start doing that too. There's the digger guy. There's Midori. Okay, so there's the guy. Oh, it says they're already on it. Oh. Okay. He's been banished. I don't know why he focuses on banishing him. And I also don't know what you can do to get yourself off of banish. Banish is fine, it just makes it to where... Oh, great. Okay, so here's this guy. Where's my healer, and why are they not healing me? Okay. There goes my mana. This is terrible. I'm gonna save my mana here for better sitch. There we go. Oh man, they pulled the whole pack. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Okay, so we gotta retreat on this one. Yikes. Okay. Too many packs got pulled. Uh-oh. Jeez Louise. Okay, so that was too many packs. I don't know what that healer was doing either, but they were not healing us. That's for sure. Okay. So, let's try that one again. Alright, I wasn't ready to start pulling those packs yet. Digger is gonna... Okay, so let's try this again. Now the threat level is too high on him. So it's a little different here. Okay. Maybe the healer is back in business, maybe. I mean, their life seems okay. Okay, he's hitting me with that pot. I don't care about the Moss Adgate. 3 agility, 2 stamina on that ring is not. Okay, so I need to mana a little low. Cool. I don't want to drink the stuff yet. I'm worried that this is going to pull. Nope, it did. Okay. Just one. I'm going to save my stun in case he tries to run. Alright, so we've got this level 21 and a level 24. Okay, so we've got 2 guys right here. Okay. Again, we got these guys. Sentry's kind of pulled. A little heal going on me, but trying to be a little bit more conservative with my mana. Do it. Also, I do have the benefit of not really adding the threat in the same way that they do. Okay. Don't go that close, man. He wants the rage build up, but he just aggroes on so much more. I'm worried that those guys will aggro that pack right there. I don't even want to use my heals as much as I'm trying to top off. Oh. So we're gonna have to clear everything because of the aggro. It's alright. It's not that big of a castle. We just have to... I don't want to pull anything from there until... Okay. Alright, so we do have 2, and there could be a champion that gets added in here too, so... He's doing shadow magic, so he must be a shadow priest more than anything else. I think that's what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, if they focus on there, here comes another one. Okay, I'm gonna switch to that one. Thank goodness. Okay. Alright, so these gladiators are a little stronger. But I think we should with the... Okay, good. Alright, so there we go. Now we gotta start making our way in. Okay, got to be a little bit smart. It looks like somebody was just in here. Line of sight that dude. Okay, so this guy... Okay, now I'm gonna make him try to line of sight me over here. There we go. Okay, now when we're fighting 3 like this, I will go ahead and use my stun. Okay, cool. That healer did get some heals going on. That's what they need to do. They just need to focus on being a healer. So... There, yeah, we were only fighting 2. I don't know why I felt like we were fighting 3, but... We're not. Yeah, so this is... sorry, I know my records are just... When I'm doing this intense elite group content, it's a little... Let's make sure that guy doesn't pull him. He's gonna be the... Okay, so there are 3 guys here we have to fight. Great. Okay. So this is an abort. Yeah, his level is low, that's true. Alright, so if we can get in there fast enough, we can... If we keep on sticking and moving, then we can defeat the aggro. Oh, he rezzed himself. I mean, he went... Alright, so we're just gonna see what I can clear then. How many people are in that pack? 2? 3. Okay, so we're gonna see what I can do in terms of this. Alright, not a lot. Okay. Come on, digger. Alright, so this time we have to pull what's inside this door first. Going after this guy. We're gonna see what we can see. I don't know. There we go. Okay, so I'll come back for the champion in just a sec. Alright, cool. Now we have to operate in a way to where we don't, I wasted some mana on that. Yikes. Okay, so... Alright.
Not enough mana.
Alright, so now I have to do... I guess I really don't have to drink. My mana's okay. Okay, give him a little bit. Alright, because what we do is we have to keep moving. That's our major concern here. We've got to keep moving. So if we can keep moving, then we can... I just don't want him to aggro anything from behind. Two guys is fine. We just don't want... I think he just killed him up there. He might have dragged somebody else in so doing. He did. He dragged a couple more. And that's okay. See if I can heal him in time. I got banished. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's see what I can do. Come on, come on. Okay. Oh man, we got two. Oh. What's happening? Oh, no. Ah. Okay, that was a huge lag spike. Okay. Alright, let's get these buffs going back. Alright, so we almost did it. We are gonna probably have to blitz Gath'Ilzogg. Look, my latency is huge right now. I don't know what the freak happened. He just came running in. Okay, so I'll fight this guy. Okay, so hopefully I got enough aggro on both of them now. Banish me, man. Should have tried to knock him off of his banish. Come on, no, don't do that. I hope that did not aggro anybody. Don't even loot him, guys. Okay. Whew. Alright. I'll get this guy. Now I'm gonna focus him down. Gotta save him out for in case he runs. He is trying to run. Whew. Okay, this is heart pumping here, trying to carry this Lobi trio up to fight arguably the hardest quest in the zone. Morganth is hard, but okay. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, so I am not talking at all. You're just watching me. That's major boring content. Sorry, everybody. That was intense. So basically, what you just saw was a fail. Now, I would never run that way, but with this squad, he kind of screwed it up. The guy, he ran right in there, and I was 3 minutes away from my lay on hands. We could have at least taken. We could have at least taken a second thing down. If I would have gotten that little dragon baby down, I maybe could have pulled it off. But if I would have had my lay on hands, I maybe could have put it off. I was just a couple minutes. I wish I would have. I should have used my fish liver oil a little bit sooner. I don't really see anything else I could have used in this sitch. Could have used maybe a little better potion or something like that, but whatever. Alright, so I guess I need to go in there because I need to res myself. I got the head, so I don't need that part. This person said, about Morganth being easier. I would say Morganth himself is not easier, but for our strategy of blitzing and making it to the top of the tower, yeah, it's easier. They made it in. Okay, he got the head, and he died. So, I don't know. I could probably bubble out, get it in bubble, depending on where we're at here. Okay, so if I wait, though, I need to wait for my bubble to be ready. So now he can kind of res a little bit better. I'm gonna wait for one of my bubbles. I've got to wait on them anyway. Okay, so that was my. At least I got to the door. I don't know if he'll be even able to do Morganth since he's so low level. But I have 36, 34 seconds. Now I've been in that boat as Digger Nick is right now, where I'm way too low. That's what happened on our show before, and this is why we had to cancel. Why I had to reboot is because it's just too intense. Now this, as you can see, this is like a mini dungeon. Even two-manning it, you need people that are above level, like myself. We could potentially have two-manned it. I think it's within the realm of possibility that we could have two-manned. I'm gonna go out and try my little best to bubble, get out of here. That's my goal. And should be okay. I could pop a potion if I need to. I'm actually kind of trying to burn my way through this trash potion. Alright, so I survived. Just how I wrote it up, right? Alright, so did he take the res sickness? I don't think so. Maybe. Maybe he did. Can't tell. I don't see, but if you had retail, you actually could see that pretty good. Alright, I think I'm ready to roll on this Morganth Tower. Morganth Tower, I think, there's a couple reasons why it's a little easier. One, you're not actually fighting elites. Did he die also? No, he just hasn't messed yet. He's trying to get his way. I can't bubble him because I just used my other person bubble. Okay, so he's got to run. Maybe he used a potion. It's on. Oh no, he's got himself in a spot where he can heal, or whatever it's called. Bandage, food, something. We haven't 100% explored the zone because there's that little area right there. So Morganth's Tower. what do we know about Morganth's tower? It's a piece of crap. I think there's a lot of gnolls in there. I don't think they're elite. If I'm remembering correctly, these are not elite gnolls. Okay. So if we're willing to die, we can blitz him. So this is not how I would... He says he has to go too. That's alright, because we'll be done with the zone after this guy. Well, actually, we still need the stupid... I can't go yet. We are going to be locked in, because I need the... we haven't gotten Theocritus' Retrieval, but we're finishing. With this point, like, if that's all we have to do, that's all we have to do. I don't know when we started. Let me look and see on the record. We're about an hour 22 in right now, so... it should be much easier to get this one. I don't know where he's going from, but I'm going to just kind of start clearing the area a little bit as we wait. So Theocritus' Retrieval here, if you look, this is just... Yeah, there are mobs. Yeah, so this is... I've done this one recently with my mage. So I did get cursed just now with a curse of weakness, but... And I just got mana burned, but that's by the dogs. Okay. These dogs are not... nothing special. They're just annoying. And they mana burn. Okay, so I'm waiting on him, but they are not elite. Someone has just made their way to the top of this tower. So... he's gonna try and mana burn me. Got him just in time.
I need to get closer.
I'm just trying to kind of clear the tower for us. I just pulled all three, dang it. I think my buddy is coming right up out of the clutch. Okay, I got one of the dogs. Oh, he's pulling someone too. Okay. Let me see if I can get both the threat off of these guys. There we go. Because he brought an assassin with him. Alright, let's go ahead and eat. And drink. Yeah. Get the well-fed buff going on. He did say he was in a hurry. I get it. He's already running. I want my at least. Okay, so. Alright, so he's yeah, he must be in a hurry. Alright, so these guys I've done this tower so many times. I've probably done it with you guys. You have to do it for the mage quest. So I've done it for that. I've done it on this channel at least once. This guy too. I'll let him take him out. Yeah, but as you can see, much easier. It's first of all, it's just a tower. Second of all, nothing's elite. Now, the actual Morganth guy himself is arguably... I mean, I don't even know that he... As an individual, 1v1, he's harder. Because of what he brings to the table.
Out of range.
I'm gonna try to... Actually, I don't even want to... need to get all the aggro off him. Okay. Alright. We're gonna chill for a second. We basically have to do the same fight again. Oh, well then I do want to drink one of these. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna try the loot and run approach. Alright. Alright. So we're going after Morganth here. He is definitely a stronger dude. So as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and bless him. Got the Shadow Pendant myself. I'm going to bubble myself and get the heck out of here. But that's it. So this is, again, not the way that I would typically recommend doing this. I even have Lay on Hands ready to roll. But that's it. We got it all. We're not fighting all these gnolls. We do have to kill gnolls. We have not gotten Theocritus' Retrieval yet. So, we are not done. Okay, so I'm telling them... giving them props because they really did do a good job. It was that little Fury Warrior with me. They're gonna add me as a friend. That's cool. I have a friend. Alright, so now we need to do Theocritus' Retrieval. We've had bad RNG for this. That's not the first time I've had bad RNG on this quest. I need to leave the party because I want the 100% loot. So if we look at Theocritus' Retrieval, we can at least take a peek at what the best drop rate is. So it comes from an item here called the Faded Shadowhide Pendant, which is where do you get this? The Glowing Hide Shadowhide Pendant. Yeah, so it says you get the Glowing Shadowhide Pendant. I don't stinking know. We gotta look that up, but basically there's a pendant. It is, what's it called? I guess we'll take a peek and see. You get it. It says, note, this is a very rare drop. Yeah, as we can see here. Yeah. So let's look up maybe Glowing Shadowhide Pendant. Because that might be what the original one's called. There we go. Okay, so 2% drop rate from the Shadowhide Warriors and Slayers, 1.9 from the Brutes and Assassins. So that's why. So these Slayers do have the best rate, it appears. So we'll just do our best. 2%, that means we should have to kill around 50. We've already probably killed around 50. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just continue to fight these guys. I'm going to clear it to 6 for Midori Westy. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to use another one of my trash potions here. What I don't want is to fight that pack that retreats back into the one that followed him out of the tower. Alright, so what did we just kill? 1, 2, 3, 1 in the tower. We killed 4 total. So we'll keep track and see how well we do with an approximately 2% drop rate. Again, I don't know. That means... And this is, again, we've already killed a fair share. Now, half of the ones we've killed up in the tower didn't count, but I would say it's not crazy to imagine that when we went to kill Fangore, first of all, we killed enough of the pendants. So that was almost a minimum of 10, but probably more like 15. So we killed about 15 doing that. Then we killed Fangore and his posse. I'm gonna Ring of Shadow, probably trash. Yeah, shadow resistance. Okay, so then we killed Fangore and his posse. No, I do not want to kill a pack of 3. Each one of those times, not a lot. I mean, Fangore himself with his posse, that was around 5 or so guys. And then the time we went and helped out, we only were getting half loot. And the kills, though, I don't know if it's a group drop. Because sometimes you get a drop quest, it's a group drop, and sometimes it's not. My guess would be, let's just say it's not. Just to err on the side of conservativeness. So that means we're talking about 25-ish kills of the gnolls so far, just before we did anything special. Alright, so I got some moon juice, which is good. Now, once we got into the tower... Oh, these are rabid. That's not the right kind, I don't think, right? No, they have a 1.7% chance drop rate. Really, any do, but... What was the best? The warriors and slayers are the best. Not the brutes. Dark Weaver. There's a warrior. My magic's a little low to be going after that. But warriors and slayers are supposedly the best with a solid 2%. As opposed to the 1.9% you get. That's what, it's just ridiculous. But warriors and slayers. So we'll focus on those guys. Don't know why they're so cool. Very close to 30. When we turn in all these quests, we're going to be 30. So we are pretty much done in this zone. It's just a matter of this drop quest. And it's a shame that, where are we at for time? Let's check that one more time. So we are at we're only at 134, so it's not the end of the world. Dark Weavers, probably decent. The respawn rate's really good. That's one of the positives. It's not hard to hunt these things. I do apologize. Sometimes I definitely feel like the episode's a little bit more crap. That was just tense. That would be an example, and this is why I think a lot of the pros, the people that are much more professional and less janky little amateurs than I am, they come on the show, they do their shows, and they will record and then talk about their own content that they're watching. Gives them the opportunity to fast forward some of the stuff. So I can definitely see the value in that. Especially for things like this. For dungeons, it depends on the composition of the group. And really, it depends on the composition of the group for this. If I was with a competent group, but we had an aggro magnet, little level 22 priest, and then we had a fury warrior, and the only way we were getting our rocks off, the only way we were getting our quests completed were these blitzes, and warriors don't have the same kind of get-out-of-jail-free stuff that paladins have. So, right now, we've completed everything in the zone. Now, there is a little bit of turn-in to our life that we have to do. So, even once we do all of this, if we start getting crazy long on the drop, it's not the end of the world, because like I said, we have this weird sort of shorty little transitional episode we have to do tomorrow, where we are going to do a couple little things on our Horde character. before we start Duskwood. So we have like a interlude level tomorrow anyway, and now it's going to involve maintenance on a level 30 paladin as well. We have some quests that we can read. So we have a full slate of content. I believe it's the warrior quest, because I think we read mage and warlock, but we have all the level 30 warrior quests we need still. Jeez, these guys. Well. So that's it. We've uncovered the full map now. That's good. It's gonna be cool hitting. There we go. I was gonna say it's gonna be cool hitting level 30, and we did. So now we've unlocked the ability to do two-handed weapon spec. We're going to do that for 3 levels. It increases the damage we deal by 2% flat. So we have 3. We also have some moves we can learn, but we're going to go do that on the next one. We'll be fine grinding these Shadowhide Gnolls without level up. But we're now level 30. That's cool. Alright, Slayers. Means our aggro radius will be a little bit less too, so that's also good. I already gave up on the game of trying to count how many we kill. I bet you there's a mod that lets you know, like, in any particular session, how many you've killed. Like, if you wanted to keep track for this sort of thing. It would be like a relatively benign and useless mod, because it wouldn't, but I'm sure you keep logs, it would just allow you to, it would tally up certain things in the logs for you. So, yeah, it would be, I imagine a pretty freaking simple mod to make. Not that I'm a modder, but I do enough, like, little light amateur coding that... Alright, so this little jerk. Okay, that... I just don't know what is going on with our crappy... Look at that hit. That was juicy. I don't know what's going on with our bad drop rate. Said it's a very rare drop. Well, RNG, you suck. Suck my butt. Yeah, so what we'll do tomorrow, if this works and we spend like, or this doesn't work and we end up spending half an hour on this and we haven't gotten the drop, which is possible, what we'll do is abort in about 20 to 30 minutes, and we'll just roll this into tomorrow's episode, and we'll do all of that with the Horde stuff tomorrow. I hear a little assassin. There he is. Can the assassins drop this stuff? They can. They were part of tier 2. They're the 1.9 drop rate. Alright, let's kill... No, the rabid ones, I think they have the worst. No, they have a 1.7. I'm still gonna fight them. I just feel like they're really all up in my business. And I want... They just give me rabies. There's a Slayer. He's kind of padding back and forth. There we go. You jerk. I'm getting kind of a little bit brash. There's another assassin up there. With my killing and my life, like I just don't... Why? Okay, where's that little assassin? There he is.
It's too far away.
He's right there. But I don't know how much we found out about when we killed Morganth. He said investigate and then find out why he doesn't like the Gnolls anymore. I don't know that we've actually answered that mystery. I'm trying to scroll up and see. There's where we got his head. Yeah, it doesn't. Now, I do know, because we blasted it so fast, We did end up avoiding something that you can otherwise see. What about the brutes? Can they drop it? Yeah, they can. Which is that he will, he being Morganth, he will summon an infernal when he gets kind of low. And if you notice, he had a succubus with him, and he had 2 Shadowhide gnolls, so it's a tough thing to do without a full party. Certainly not impossible. As we just showed you, you just had to do a suicide. I was able to bubble run. My warrior just suicide ran. Oh, come on down. Come on. Come on, Mr. Knowles. I need Theocritus' retrieval so that we can 100% this zone. This is probably the worst luck I've had with this. Most of the time, I don't even think I've had to really grind it very many times. Maybe once or twice. But that's just how it goes. RNG gods did not smile upon us. Otherwise, though, everything did smile upon us pretty dang well. We got all the quests we need. I'm looking forward to turning them all in. I'm just visualizing it. I will see it. I'm sure anyone that has done since serious grinding on World of Warcraft, oh, there's an assassin right there, has been in a similar headspace where you're just like, you try every trick you can think of. Somebody just healed me. I mean, cool, bro. Thanks. Not gonna attack that pack. I'm just here for the Theocritus' retrieval. I probably should drink some juice. I ate up all my Redridge goulash. Alright, I'll eat one of these mutton chops and drink some more of my juice. Okay, so 1 o'clock server time. We are at 43. So we'll go to around 1:15 server time. And if it hasn't spawned by then we will call it and roll it into tomorrow's episode. And instead of doing a Horde-only specific episode tomorrow, it'll be one where we do just a complete wrap-up of the zone. I don't need Fangore, and I don't want to, like, ruin anyone's life if they're questing for Fangore. And these warriors are supposed to be the best. They're supposed to be the bee's bonnet here. I mean, at least I'm getting XP. This is forced grinding. This is getting us closer to that ultimate goal of level 39 by the end of 1,000 Needles. We're level 30 now, so... I guess also this is a preview of what it's going to be like when you join me on the day when we grind out all of the Centaur quests. Because that's some grind. That's 2.5 hours of grinding, but at least with that one, it's different. An RNG grind is just way more soul crushing. Oh no! I pulled Fangore's pack. No. I had to use my last baby potion. Had to do it. Okay, this guy stayed on. That means I can take this big stack of way better potions. I've got 7 of them. That's good. So the baby, we've retired the baby potions now. Anyone want to do an unwelcome guest quest? What? Oh. What is that one? Belly grub. Also, he broadcasted in local defense. Interesting. But yeah, well, it's particularly soul crushing when you do the RNG because you just never know. It could be the next kill. It's like playing the lotto every freaking time. Except your life isn't going to change. You're finally just going to get a chance to move on. Look at this guy. Looking for a priest any dungeon. I wasn't particularly impressed by old Digger Nick. No offense, Digger Nick. And it might just be because he couldn't really do anything because I'm so much higher level. But it was... I mean, what are you going to do? He tried his best. I guess I can't really judge. I wasn't watching his every move. And he was in a tough sitch. So I appreciate that he stayed it out at least for us to get the... Yeah!
I can't carry anymore.
We did it! What should we toss? Let's toss... what's our cheapest piece of crap thing in here? How about the rawhide gloves? We have 2 of them. Alright, so we've opened this now. Theocritus' Retrieval. You hear a disembodied voice. Do not be alarmed. I am Theocritus, High Mage of Tower of Azora and Elwynn Forest. The pendant you are holding is a method of communication between the Shadowhide Gnolls and their master Morganth. Through months of research, I believe I too can communicate through these pendants. If you can hear this message, then my spell was a success. Bring me this pendant and I will reward you for your service. Dagnabbit. We have to destroy one more thing. Technically we don't. I'll destroy these mutton chops. It's not a big deal. Alright, so now it is called the Faded Shadowhide Pendant because the spell on it has faded. Alright, so now we can go ahead and turn in all this stuff. So looking at our quest database here, the last thing that we did together was looking further. We then picked up the quest Morganth. Okay. Because that's the next quest in the zone. And we just now finally got Theocritus' Retrieval. Great. Okay, so now we're going to go back to Lakeshore, and then, let's see, would it be better to walk? I think it would be better just to walk over there, then walk up there. And then we'll be in, we would be in Elwynn, Stormwind. We do have some housekeeping that needs to get taken care of. That's true, before we start Duskwood. Now that we can do on the next episode. Not a big deal. We could even do that before Darkshire. I'm not as worried about that. How's our blacksmithing? It's pretty much... We kind of sort of need to go to Duskwood. There's that guy again. To Ironforge. But we can kind of fold that into tomorrow's episode because we have a lot going on. We have some reading, we have some traveling. Well, what we'll really focus on right now is the turning in of the quests. So that part I at least want to do. Alright, so we're going to turn in Tharil'zun and Shadow Magic. We've done it.
Greetings.
First Shadow Magic.
For the Alliance.
How goes your conflict with the Shadow Casters? Did you find the Midnight Orbs?
Thank you, Adventurer. I'll send these to be destroyed immediately.
Orc pressure from Blackrock is still tense, but have you at least rid us of Tharil'zun?
Tharil'zun was a vicious, crafty orc. Well done. I'm sure he didn't go down easy.
That's a pretty
reward, Adventurer.
That's a pretty dope hammer or mace, but
Light blessing.
not as good as what we have. I'll worry about the spreadsheet as we walk over to Tower of Azora. Okay, and talking to the magistrate himself, we have the other 3 quests we can turn in. So Solomon's Law, Fangore, and Gath'Ilzogg. Gath'Ilzogg being, I believe, the leader. Solomon's Law.
Good day to you.
Turn in 10 Shadowhide pendants to me, and you shall be rewarded.
The Court of Lakeshire recognizes your commitment to justice, Adventurer. By enforcing the laws of the kingdom, you have helped uphold the justice of the land.
Thanks. I'm awesome.
King's honor, friend.
Okay, and Lieutenant Fangore.
Go with honor, friend.
What news did you bring before the court?
For the evil Lieutenant Fangore is dead? Good riddance to that foul creature. You are very brave, Adventurer. The township of Lakeshire thanks you for your aid.
What do you have there, human?
Fantastic work, Adventurer! Gath'Ilzogg led those brutes into battle, killing many innocent humans. Vindication is ours. This is the first step in reclaiming the keep for the Kingdom of Stormwind.
Okay, so he's basically saying we've whooped the Blackrock orcs enough that we're kind of like in a position, lore-wise, much as in Westfall, lore-wise, we've crippled the Defias. I forgot, I've been saying that wrong the whole time, I looked it up. We've crippled the Defias, and they might have some remnants, but we've basically killed Van Cleef and ran out most of their people. So Westfall is in a much better state. Well, now we've similarly done God's work here, the kingdom's work in Redridge, where we have defeated Morganth, so the Gnolls will crumble. We've defeated the leaders of all the Gnoll factions, so there might be some scattered pockets of Gnoll resistance. And we've cut off the head of the Blackrock orcs in both of their camps. Now, they didn't really have a head up here, but we freed our men. So while there will always be a Blackrock resistance, particularly up here, we have made forays, and they had a keep going on in the area at the Stonewatch Keep, and we've basically nixed that. So now the problem is, and the reason why you won't notice a difference in Classic, is we don't really have the military force for them to come hold what I took. We did major damage, things should be better in the area, but without them forming some kind, using whatever guards they have, they won't be able to do much. Okay, so let's go back and look at what we turned in. So, first thing that we turned in was Shadow Magic. We need to go ahead and put a little bit more of these. That's maybe more than we need, but... Alright, so let's go back to Shadow Magic. We did turn in Shadow Magic complete. Cool. Okay, then we turned in Tharil'zun, then Solomon's Law. Okay, so bam, bam. We're back in Elwynn now. So Tharil'zun is now dead. He was the kind of lieutenant. And Solomon's Law was the law that said, if you are helping the enemy, you deserve to die. Something to that effect. And in this case, it meant kill the Gnolls. I don't know what enemy the Gnolls were aiding, Morganth, vice versa. Or they were inadvertently, they were helping the Blackrock orcs, really. Okay, so these 3 we still need to do. Then we did Lieutenant Fangore, followed by wanted Gath'Ilzogg. Okay. So that was the next pieces. Lieutenant Fangore and wanted Gath'Ilzogg. I might as well just copy those right here. Bam, bam. And that got us in the zone. So what do we need? We still have the Theocritus' Retrieval, the 2 Rethban Ore, and Morganth. I believe Morganth we're turning in here, yeah. So we'll turn in the Theocritus' Retrieval and Morganth right now. And then we can hearth back to Stormwind where... No, we can't. We have to go to North Shirabi first to get that chain continuing. Alright, and we are coming in right at about 2 hours. So what we'll do is, once we turn in all these quests, we will do nothing else. And then on the next episode, we have a tiny Horde adventure where we have 2 quests to do on the Horde. Will not take us nearly the amount of time that we will need, or that we will have allotted to us. We will also run down the level 30 warrior quests, because we haven't covered that. So we'll look at class quests for classes we don't have. And then we'll also come back into the Paladin while we're doing all this stuff and do her maintenance and send her into Darkshire. So we'll be setting up the Darkshire quests to get going. Duskwood, I mean, not Darkshire. You know, Darkshire is in Duskwood. And get ourselves ready to go. So we'll have a transition quests tomorrow. It'll be fine. It'll be neat. This person says Mel Brooks for president. I mean, I love Mel Brooks movies. I don't know if he's alive.
What brings you to the town?
To be honest, is that kind of bad? I don't know if Mel Brooks.
Well met.
Okay, so first Theocritus' Retrieval.
Careful.
I spoke to you through the pendant, you say? Give it to me so that I might study it.
You have my gratitude, adventurer. I sent that message to
Very
the Shadow
interesting
High
little
Pendants
item.
weeks ago and had believed it a failure. But it seems the spell did reach at least some pendants after a significant delay. In time, I hope to learn how to send an attack through the pendants to immobilize any Shadowhide gnolls who wear them. But before that is possible, I'm afraid that much more research is required.
So basically, he's trying to develop magic where he could just use those pendants to instead just wipe out, like a kill switch, on all of the Shadowhide gnolls.
Hurriedly, Contessa, before my fears of Morganth spreading his power are made real.
You have done well, adventurer. In defeating the warlock Morganth, Stormwind is saved from a grave peril. I offer you this reward most humbly, and I would bid you peace, if these were peaceful times. But instead, I will bid you luck with your trials, and victory in the conflicts ahead.
In order for killing one of the most powerful mages in the land, a warlock capable of summoning incredibly evil and destructive demons, I offer you these pale pink shoulder pads.
If video games were life, I'm going to take this off for a minute because I want to use this. What will happen, this Restoring Balm is a very, very weird, unique item. Oh look, he's using, I guess it's a lesser strength potion. I thought I had an ogre's strength potion. So, we have one more. Well, actually, that one will turn us in there. Let's go ahead and turn those two in. So, we did the Theocritus' Retrieval. Bam, bam. And we also turned in Morganth, the capstone quest of the zone. What I'm going to do later on today is I forgot that when you hit 40, there are the Westfall quests you can do. And I forgot all about that. So my alliance is, if you're alliance, it will provide you with what can potentially be your first trinket in the game. It is quite a long quest line that does send you all over, but at level 40, it's something you can handle. So I'm going to try it, and I'm going to see if it's worth the effort. If it is, whenever Contessa hits level 40 here, we're going to break off and do it. The trinket itself is an interesting one. Most trinkets are not that good. They're more just a little perk in Classic. there are a couple really good ones, and they're like the best in slot. Everybody seeks them out, and they're a freaking pain in the butt because that's where people get all stroking each other about GDKP and hard reserving and blah blah blah. And it's the part of the game that's disgusting to me. Sorry for those of you that love it. I just hate that. I just don't like it. The min-maxing and all this stuff, I'm just not into it. I mean, to a certain degree I am, but not like that. Plus it ruins the economy. I went to go buy a freaking... I started telling the story earlier, so I was finishing off my centaur killing, and to do the Magram you have to have an advanced target dummy. Well, if you're not an engineer, an advanced target dummy, you have to buy it online. Now, I was able to purchase a 3-pack on my Horde character for like 3 gold or 5 gold, something not crazy.
Hello.
We'll be back to that. You have the Rethban Ore.
Oh, splendid. I can use this ore to make my dye and then can finish copying the stresses of iron. Thank you, adventurer. Now that I've finished copying the book, here's the original stresses of iron. Thank you for your patience, and if you see Milton, please tell him I'm sorry for the long delay.
So I don't think we can actually read the stresses of iron. Now we can finish our spreadsheet. We need one more little piece because we got these 2 guys right here. So we'll go ahead and chop them up. They're going to be done. And Rethban Ore done. And then picked up Return to Kristoff. And I'm going to turn that in. So what happened to me? So then, whatever. It's annoying, but at least I have 3 now, which is good because what that will allow us to do is, 1, I can send one over to Glee Console when she gets one, so we can save the money that way. And then if we really, really need to, and they're exorbitant rates for Glee Contessa, I can post one quickly on the Goblin Auction House and sell it to her. Because if you pounce on it super fast, you can usually grab it. But they were selling them. Were you able to find the book?
That's the one. Thank you, adventurer. May the light shine brightly upon both your body and spirit.
So kind of a dumb little quest line. Thank you, Glee Contessa. And he says it again. May the light bless you, sister, and guide your path. So we will pick up from here last time. But basically, because of the economy, and I think it's a lot worse, I think Alliance is a little bit more populated than Horde, and because of that, chat's more annoying. It's just almost more bad than good. But a single advanced target dummy, 10 gold. My mage is so broke all the time. I think I had 10 total gold, period. I was like, I cannot spend every piece of gold in my name for this one target dummy. But I had that bind on equip drop necklace. It was a pretty decent one. It was like plus 10 stamina. It was blue, plus 10 stamina, plus 4 strength or something like that. So I was like, oh, this is going to be appealing to someone. So it was on the auction house selling for 100 gold. Anytime I post something like that, it never makes the gold that I put on there. So I just put in chat like, hey, I don't have any gold, but if someone wants to give me an advanced target dummy, I'll give you this necklace. That's what I felt like it was a barter. For me, I'm basically getting a 10 gold piece profit. And if I could make 10 gold off a single necklace, well, I came out on top. And then, so instead I get whispered like, you're being an idiot. You could make at least 30 gold from that. And maybe I could, but I'm trying to complete a quest. I don't care. And if I bartered for something that's currently marketed at 10 gold, whatever, I took it. They were like, fine, your loss. Here's the advanced target dummy. I'll take the necklace. But anyway, that was my rant. I did complete the quest, and we won't have to do that on these characters because I'm hoarding those other 2 target dummies that I have. Thanks, everybody. We have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. We have an intermission episode tomorrow, but you will get from me also tomorrow a lore episode, something we haven't done before, a mini. And you'll get, if you go to my Patreon and become a member, there will be a paid episode of Assassin's Creed tonight. Another one. I posted one last night. There'll be a different one tonight and one tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching, for listening, for tuning in. You all rock, and I will see you next time on Lore of Warcraft.